What's up? So, um, I made a podcast probably about 6, maybe 7 months ago, maybe even a year. I don't remember. And somebody said they really liked it. And, it's one of those things, if you have one fan, uh, you got more than most people. This isn't like a cloak. I'm not Muslim or anything. It's just it's cold in here. It's about, let's see, 53 degrees outside, but it's also spring here in a bit. So I refuse to close my windows. I refuse to turn on the heat because my heat bill is about 198. And oh god. And that's about it. A lot's changed since I made that last podcast. A lot of life has happened. A lot of things that have been going on, and I got some thoughts on them. I also got some tattoos that I did not have when I was there. I got one on my neck. I work in the culinary industry, so who gives a shit? I mean, nobody is going to fire me for tattoos or having ear piercings or anything, so I'm good, and I like it. Want to stay at it. I mean, it's the first job, even when they suck, there's nothing like it. I feel at peace there, even in the chaos, even though I have a lot of problems at work. Not bad problems, just problems of less skill. I'm about 35 here in a bit. And you just don't have skills that, I mean, a 25-year-old runs circles around you, not because they're younger, but because they've been doing it since they were probably 13, maybe 18, and they've just built more time. I've been in the industry for about 2.5 years, and it's just how it works. Sorry if I'm moving around a lot. I got a office chair that was at a dumpster by my apartment complex, and it's been very good. Great find. You can see some of my musical instruments in the back. I don't really play as much as I can. Got a new job, and that's very abrupt. But I was thinking what I wanted to talk about today is kind of this forlornness I've been having. I think a lot about a friend I lost. She didn't die. Um, we just stopped being friends very brutally and very abruptly because of something I did when I was drinking. And something of the propositional nature, which is a problem of mine. That's neither here nor there. But I remember the last podcast I shot. I was talking to her about the concept I had of love is. You know, I remember I was talking to her and her boyfriend, and I said, you know what? Love is. And she's like, yeah, Jacob. Should I say my real name? Nah, fuck it. That's Lowfat Jake. Whatever. People know my real name. She said, Jacob, you said that in your podcast, and we get it. No, it wasn't like a, we get you. It was more like a, we get it. You've said it before. And I was just thinking about that podcast, and how a friendship I had that I ruined was viewed by her. I mean, her and her boyfriend watched the whole thing. They liked it, despite that I was on some substances at the time. I looked at it now, and I was very sick when I was making it, and I still think it came in. And again, I mean, it's about 35, maybe 40 minutes of me rambling, but that's good, you know. I mean, it's the low fat podcast, baby. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do but turn on your TV and ramble? I mean, phone and ramble. Hopefully, this phone has enough memory. I mean, video stuff is pretty bad um, here, but I like the harsh lighting I got going on. I mean, it's pretty cool. When I turn into black and white on the editing software, which is on my phone, I just do shit on the phone, man. I don't try to be fancy with it. Fuck that. I mean, so many podcasts are like they get the mics and all this shit. And I had one of my buddies. We were gonna film a podcast, but we have some. I have a funny podcast on my phone, but I don't listen to that either because we stopped being friends too. And it's not that I'm lonely. I have a good amount of friends now, good amount of acquaintances really. One really good friend, um, but a lot of acquaintances I've been developing over the years, just going out meeting people. And that's interesting, man, because like I think the best thing you can do to meet people is kind of just insert yourself, go to social places, not just like insert yourself to a group of friends having lunch. Though that would be some pretty good riz. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I mean, like a guy like me, I got kind of the. I don't fucking know what look I got. I got a look I'm going for. Maybe like elder, emo, punk guy. But I'm not really into that. I like shoegaze a lot, but I'm one of those guys. I like metal and that stuff. So I guess I'm kind of getting that vibe. I don't know. God, I always have the sniffles and some sort of cold when I film these, even though I've only filmed two. So who gives a fuck? I look like a rabbi. This isn't a rabbi cloak, dude. This is like a fucking blanket that I have. It's more comfortable, but I'll be honest with you, fam, friends, compatriots, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I have not washed my sheets in a bit. I don't have access to like a dryer. I need quarters to operate it. And it's in my apartment complex. I just got the code for it because I'm tired of just traveling or going to the wash spots we got over here. It's stupid. I'm kind of lazy, I'm a lazy guy, lazy little guy. Which sucks. I feel like I should be doing more, especially with the music shit. I got a piano right. Oh, can you see the piano? No, you can't. You can always see all the clothes and junk on the floor. I'm one of those people, and I don't know if there's a lot of people, but there's a shit ton of clothes on my bed, dude, and I'm not moving them. I sleep on the couch. I'm gonna move them tomorrow. They're all wrinkled now, but if you just like get under a hair dryer, just kind of do the shh under your shirt, makes you feel all nice and warm. That actually kind of like a little bit of a dry cleaner. Kind of takes out some of the wrinkles, not a lot, but a couple. But back to what I was thinking about, friendships, words. My really good friend, he said words are the most powerful ritual we have. And if you look at, your esoteric shit, this is more like a Hindu type thing. It's Be Here Now. It's got some really great art. It's by Ram Dass. It's kind of a hippy dippy guy. The only book part of it that's not these psychedelic ramblings is the Cookbook for a Sacred Life. And then he's got kind of his biography of when he did a shit ton of acid and stuff. I think him and Timothy Leary. No. It's someone else. They made like the psychedelic Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I don't fuck with psychedelics. I actually think they're kind of bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Because even in this book, they give acid to this like Hindu dude, this person, Neem Karoli Baba. They give him a shit ton of acid as a joke. I think it was either a cookie or he takes a bunch of tabs of acid and just downs them, like enough to like make you trip for like days, years, months even. And he says, it's close, but it's not there. And that's always stuck with me. That's why I never tried psychedelics. Tried other stuff, but that's a story for another time. But I never tried psychedelics. I don't really fucks with them, man. I think it's just kind of overriding your brain. And for what reason? I remember I smoked weed and I stopped smoking weed because I had this vision of these ancient beings trying to communicate with me. But their forms kept shifting and changing. And I realized that's not the way. That's not how I'm going to get any more psychic potential. They were like saying, here we are, we're here, and weed is a very powerful psychotropic now. It's not like weed in the 70s. It causes like a crazy psychosis, man. It's fucked up. So I had this experience with weed that kind of just made me realize this isn't a spiritual path to spiritual enlightenment. And I was watching the whole thing where this Tibetan monk was like talking. He's on YouTube, and he was like, that's what I do. I ordered DoorDash, ordered some sheets or a pizza or something, smoked weed, and then just off to the races, chilled out. Made a whole couple hours over a couple days. Not a day. Well, about a day of it, of just smoking weed. It was pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. But it was just one of those things, man. He was talking about intoxicants. A lot of Buddhist monks will get drunk because it makes them more. It's like going on Dante Must Die for enlightenment difficulty. It's like it makes it harder to focus and be present because you're on alcohol. I don't know. I know where I'm going. That's what I'm saying is like you probably shouldn't do weed the way I did it. It doesn't really expand your mind. Kind of dulls it, nullifies it. And people like me, man, I'm an addict, bro. Like I don't get addicted to anything. Food, sex, shopping, shit like that. Again, thank God I don't know sports because I'd be a gambling addict, and that's the actual worst addiction because there's no stopgap on your brain. You can do only so much heroin, and then you'll overdose. You can do a shit ton of weed, and you don't overdose on it, but you're like comatose after a while. There's a lot of shit you can do that your body just says, "Whoa, stop it, dude! I don't like this anymore." And then you can reset it and keep doing it. Your body doesn't give a shit. It's like, "Oh, you're doing this shit again. Cool." But that was just weed's not for me. Leads to other shit. Leads to drinking. I remember I was with a group of friends. Have you ever been just like at a hangout session, then 15 people you don't know and don't like show up out of nowhere, and then your friends all disappear, and you're like, what the fuck is going on, And also you're blitzed out of your mind, and you're getting paranoid as fuck. I mean, that's not fun. Like I said, the weed is too powerful now, at least for me. I mean, maybe, I guess if you're a stoner that's been, stoning since he was a little kid, and gets his hand on the new weed, guess it must be fucking great. Like you don't have that stopgap anymore. It's like sparking up for the first time or something. I don't know. Dude, I don't know shit about drugs, man. I mean, kind of actually enough. There was a thing on VH1 called The Drug Years, which was actually really interesting. They went through kind of, how the hippies were all weed and psychedelics and free love, and then they all got into speed and, became all fucked up, and then how fun cocaine was in the 80s and how, the same shit. Then it became meth and crack. It was a very realistic view of drugs. It wasn't like harm reduction, but it was like, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was a cool show. I mean, it was only a couple episodes on VH1. It talked about how it related to music, and that's cool. I love music. But, yeah. I don't know. Back to what I was saying about friends, man. When friends go away, dude, it's like a tiny death, I was just in my old restaurant before I started this new job, and I cried. I bawled my eyes out when I'm on my last shift, man. It was like so surreal. My friend who was on the cold side with me, he ran Expo, I ran salads. And he said, he hugged me like 3 times. He was so sad to see me go. And then just these people, just one after the other at night, just passing out of your life, My buddy I was always in the trenches with, I love you, man, bye, stay in touch. And I'm going to try, too. I'm going to send him a text once in a while. He's a cool dude. But just, And another line cook I kind of just met, and I was like, hey, good luck, bro. And he was like, yeah, see you, man, I'm going home. And he's out of my life. And the general manager that really wanted me in there and really hired me and really liked me, me and him just talked for like an hour after it all shut down. The lights were dim in the restaurant. It was just me and him just talking about all the bullshit I went through. Low pay, just doing a bunch of shit that was making them money. And I saw none of it. I saw no raise or anything. And it was just, bro, like, they just disappear out of your life. And the general manager said the same thing, man. Stay in touch. We love you. I made some demands for a return. Way more money an hour. Way more autonomy. I want to be able to have 2 days off in a row. Shit like that. And, but now it's good, man. I get to hang with my friends more. The new job is pretty chill. I mean, it's hard. It's hard work. I mean, bakeries are always going to be fucking hard work. I mean, that's not. I mean, it's like being a prep cook all the time, which is kind of what a bakery is. You're just a prep cook, but there's a time frame of like opening up, and you got to stagger shit and get shit going. And it's really fucking cool. And it's a cool place. Different thing though, man. Different thing. Um, I go from working with a bunch of dudes in the kitchen to a bunch of women. No problem with that. But a bunch of women, different values, different vibe to it. They cuss and make jokes and shit, and it's cool, man. I was in a kitchen once, a bakery once. No one cussed. No one. I think actually my first podcast I made, I was in that bakery. I think so. But no one cussed. No one. No one talked to each other, man. It was fucking terrifying, dude. It was a scary fucking place, bro. It was a scary place. If you're in a restaurant and no one talks to you or jokes around, get the fuck out of that place. That's a bad vibe. I mean, if no one's like making homosexual jokes to you, it's not worth it, bro. It's not. I mean, not like aggressive like come-ons where they're serious, but if no one's calling you gay or retarded or something, it's not fun. It's not fun. There's none of that playful banter, and if that doesn't happen, man, you're not gonna have fucking fun in that kitchen, bro. You're gonna be like, and also it was very like it was like they won an award and they might as well have almost won a Michelin star, and they were like, like we're so great, like we're doing you a favor by working here. It's like the French Laundry. They thought themselves as the French Laundry, like, oh well, you're working here, so you should be able to take the shittiest pay, and you should work the most, and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, like, no. Man, like, pay me a living wage and I'll give you my all. Like, pay me a fucking living wage. That's the problem with the other spot. It was like, hey, dude, like, pay me a living wage and I'll fucking stay. I can't live on such and such an hour, man. I can't. I got my own bills and my own apartment. I don't want to move back in with my folks. I don't have a car, so that actually saves a lot of money. And I'm an extremely walkable part of town. I mean, extremely walkable. But it's like, bro, fuck. Like, pay people a living wage and they'll stick around. People hop around so much in the industry because no one pays. Especially, like, I mean, a small town like this, cost of living's still up there, I mean, it's not as psychotic, but we're not New York, bro. Like, we shouldn't have to pay $1,000 in rent. Like most 700. Like, I think my apartment should be 500 to 700. Older apartment, really nice, really cute, but like, should be paying more. I mean, less. Should be paying less for it. I don't know how long this podcast is going to go. I kind of want to just ramble until I want to turn it off. This is also less of a podcast and more of me just getting my thoughts out, which I think is what podcasts used to be, man. In the 2000s, podcasts were so pure. No guests, no like bullshit Joe Rogan fuckery. It was like pure because it was just like this, man. It was just like some fucking guy in his bedroom with his buddy or just him talking about shit, having a fun time. That's what Come Town is like. And that's why I think Come Town is just like the best podcast ever because it's just three friends trying to make each other laugh with edgy, shitty jokes. And I miss shit like that. I miss now podcasts, it's just like, you're not even a comedian. You're just going to have a political dude on and you're going to try to make some jokes and try to sound deep and profound. Like, I'm an idiot savant. I have so much things to say about stuff. And I was like, shut up. Theo Von, Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, Duncan Trussell, which I'm sad of his fall off. Like, he was kind of a guy, would read shit like this, and talk about it. Midnight Gospel is a beautiful animated show and opened my mind to so much stuff. But, like I said, very well animated. But Duncan Trussell can't come back to that shit. He's a fucking psyop dude now, and it sucks because if you see the Elephant Graveyard video about Joe Rogan, it's like he was like, Joe, these people are dark. They'll use your naivete. And Joe Rogan's like, no, I'm different. How many times have people said, like, no, I'm different, and then just that shit happens, dude? It happens a lot. Happens a lot to a lot of good people. I'm one of those people. I don't think I'm a particularly good person, but I mean, people say I'm a good guy. I don't know. I feel like it sometimes. I feel like I feel like I'm the villain in a lot of people's stories, especially among the female friends I have. Because it's tough to separate. You're lonely, you want a relationship, single girl, you're like, hey, after a certain point. And it's tough to have platonic female male friendships. There has to be a big separation, like age or life goals or something. It's like I was saying, like I talked about dating in the last podcast. And I think in the last podcast, I should have been more like, I should have been told you, like, what I want from a relationship is don't be on your phone on TikTok all the time. Be physically attractive to me. And be funny. Like, be funny in, like, one experience. Like, be a golden retriever. Don't be a fucking TikTok zombie. That's the worst. Don't fucking do a bunch of drugs and drink all the time. I'm a sober dude. And it's like, don't really want that shit to happen. And also, I mean, I'm filming this because it was so fucking cool to have somebody come up, be like, dude, I followed your video like 7 years ago and just checked your channel. I thought this was a great podcast. This just got 35 views. Like every YouTube video on the fucking planet. Like the site is full of just slop. And good shit. Really good shit. Really good essays. Good shit about cooking. Really good shit. But then I'm just watching all these fucking political videos about the war of Iran. And it's like, bro, like, why the fuck am I watching this? I have no control over this. All I'm doing is being like, fuck, these people are going to get killed. That sucks. And then I just watch another one. No, I mean, and you don't tune yourself out to the government, but it's like, I heard a guy say, like, you got to watch, like, 30 minutes of the news on current events and then turn it off. The rest is meaningless to you. And, that's a good policy to have. I don't have that policy. I'll watch 10, 20, 30-minute videos, one after the other, about policy. By the way, I started doing Velo packets too. Those shits are disgusting to like. It's like, smoking looks better, but fuck, my guy. It's late at night. I want to go to bed after this once I upload it, but fuck, dude, like, my fucking gums hurt all the time, but it's like, it keeps me, sober, keeps me focused. I'm hopelessly addicted to it, but get rid of that shit in time. You can't just like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this and we're gonna, I mean, you gotta bleed into stuff, not lean in, but bleed in. Your matter and organs. You gotta like bleed into shit, not lean in, because leaning in you can pull back at any time. Bleeding into shit is much better. It sounds gorier too, and pretty, it's pretty metal, but yeah, I don't know. Now it looks kind of like I got like a dress shirt that's really like fuzzy and shitty. It's not a cardigan, like I said, it's just like a blanket. It's good. Oh, someone hit me up. Who's this motherfucker? Oh, it's some guy, some rando I met. That's the thing about it, man. Like, relationships are hard, bro. Like I said, you're the villain in a lot of stories sometimes. I think I'm the villain in that guy's story, man. I won't get into the details, but it's, oh, is my arm okay? No, it's fine. It's just my hair. It looks like it's kind of burnt or something. No, it's just hair. You're the villain in a lot of stories, man. You gotta realize that sometimes. You're like, fuck this person. And then you're like, wait, I'm evil. I'm the chaos and the demon in the story, I'm not the good person I always thought I was. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, God. I want to get some thoughts out, man. You gotta get thoughts out. I was saying I'm not gonna fucking film this shit. Oh, by the way, the comedy thing I talked about in podcast, I never fucking did it. I went to the comedy scene I was going to. It was at a bar. I mean, it's fine, whatever, but it was all bullshit. It's like people saying, Joe Rogan, pick me. Oh, trans people. Oh, gay people. Oh, I'm edgy. It's like, fuck off, dude. I mean, it's hard to be funny. It's really hard. And comedy's in a really bad place right now. When the biggest names are like Theo Von, Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, and Kill Tony fuckery, it's like, bro, like, why even bother? Though it's like a blasted wasteland, and people just start up comedy podcasts, and they're Not funny. I mean, I like Stav's podcast. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's just him bullshitting with a guest. It's funny, some funny shit. But I don't watch it all the time. Not like a, oh god, oh god, the realm of dreams calls to me. But I mean, it's not like a bad show. But it's like I used to watch Shane Gillis's podcast. But he's so in the Joe Rogan sphere, man. I can't get into that dude, man. Like he's so funny. I mean, I like Matt McCusker. I think he's a cool fucking dude. He's an idiot, golden retriever, himbo type guy, and that's kind of the vibe I like to go for. I want to be a social butterfly, baby. I don't want to be like some sulky, bulky guy in the corner. That guy's not cool. I did once. I was at a Greek party. Not in like Greek as in like frat. Greek as in like actual Greeks. And I sat down at a table by myself, and two, like a husband and wife came up and talked to me, and we just became buddies. It was actually really cool. We became pretty decent friends, for the longest time in the Greek Orthodox Church, which was like probably about like a year to get into the place where they let you take communion. And then about another year of me being like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm tired of. Oh shit, what was that? Oh fuck. Well, whatever. As I was saying. Is that a gunshot? No, that's a rolly thing. I think someone's skateboarding at night. It's like 11 o'clock, dude. What the hell? Oh well. Greek Orthodox Church, man. Something sadder than a gay dude at a really conservative church. I mean, you're hoping not going through conversion therapy, but it's like, fuck, like, why are you there? I think someone is skateboarding. No, someone's like, they're moving, I think. Gotta be quiet, don't want to make too much noise. I think I was talking too loud. I mean, they're making noise. Yep, someone's moving. That's the U-Haul going up and down. Cool, thank God. Thought it was gunshots. I'm not in a bad part of town. I mean, there's a lot of homeless people. Well, not a lot. There's like 2 to 3 ones you see all the time. But it's not a bad part of town, bro. It's pretty nice. Oh god, still sleepy. But I gotta get my thoughts out, man. I gotta get them out. They're in my brain, in my little noggin, in my skull. Shit. Might call it. Maybe not though. Wrapping around what I said about friends, man. When you lose a friend, it sucks. I mean, if a friend, I'd say, as fucked up as it sounds, but I think women, it'd be cool if they were hot girls. I'm sorry. The thing about it, man, is when you lose a friend, I would say losing a friend, having them die, which sounds fucked up, is preferable because it's like, oh, I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't prevent that shit. But when you drink too much and say some fuck shit to a friend, and she's like, yeah, I just don't want, I want to pause the friendship. That sounds kind of more like, we're not friends anymore. And I've been fucking eats me up, dude. I've lost some good friends, and some bad friends by just ghosting and shit. Who knows what they think? Who knows? Maybe they'll be friends again, but you don't come back from some shit, man. Your words are powerful rituals. Your words are powerful. Like, if you have a good relationship with your mom, go up and tell her, like, I wish I was never born, I hate you. And then just don't talk to her for a week. Like, that's fucking horrible, man. It's gonna fuck somebody up, man. Words are fucking powerful. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is bullshit. Words hurt all the fucking time. All the fucking time. It's fucked. It's fucked, man. Be careful what you say. It's like time and cooking. You can always give, you can never take away. Like our words. That's what someone told me in culinary school, and I take that to heart. Alright. That's all I got. About 30 minutes of rambling. I think that's good. Good return on investment if you watched it. Next time. Next week. It's Sunday? Maybe next Sunday. Sunday rambles. Who knows? Might be a regular thing on this channel. Might be. Now that I know that somebody likes it, and that's kind of egotistical. I should have been making them for fun just to hear myself talk, but hey, fucking dude. Tide Pod 420. I forget your name. I was gonna bring it up and write it down so I can say it. But Tide Pod guy, you a real one. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for your kind words. You broke me out of my creative funk. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, that shit's really cool. I left that shit for almost a year, just saying fuck it. Won't do it again. Little old addict coon brain loser just rambling. And you said, hey, that's pretty cool. I like what you said. It's fucking cool, dude. It's fucking radical, you know? Well, time to make this black and white, put a little thing before it, and blah, 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 blah. See you guys next time. If there is one. Who knows? Life has changed.